Alright guys, it has officially been 5 years today that World Gone Mad officially started, and I wanted to do a retrospective video talking about the 5 years that we've spent on this franchise, and obviously upcoming, stuff as well, because this franchise is honestly just kicking off. It is just kicking off, and there are so many other things I cannot wait to show y'all from this franchise coming up, and obviously reflecting on the old as well too. So, I want to start with a thank you, massive thank you to every single one of you for supporting the franchise whenever you came in. Whether it's been the whole 5 years you've been here, which I know there's a lot of OGs that are still here from the 5 years, or you got into it recently as well, because I've seen some people that have got into the franchise over the last year. Whenever you got into it, thank you for your support on it. Whether you've reviewed it, you've done reactions for it, whether you've made artwork for it, whether you've made tributes to it. I mean, I've seen so many different things, and I'm like, damn. Like, honestly, here's the thing, y'all. From a point of view of mine, this is coming from a guy that thought that this show would never go anywhere, that it would stay in my mind, and that's literally where it would stay. And, honestly, I'll say this, it was never an easy show to ever come up with either, It was always one of those ones where it's like, oh my god, what the hell am I gonna do? Well, I'll make a comic book, and that's what it started as. Back in 2019, I was like, what if I make a comic book and I draw it myself? Yeah, no. No. I drew one whole issue. I actually did. I drew an entire single issue, and I looked at it, and I was like, this looks like shit. Like, I'm not doing this, And I struggled for a good while. I was like, what am I going to do with this, And then eventually I was just writing the show down in my notes, just writing the script out, hoping to God that at some point, I'd find a way to do it. And then all of a sudden I was kind of just looking at it, and I was like, well, what if I put images here and then let the text go, image here, text go here, and then it just, it kind of just went, And then I started doing that, and then, well, nowadays it turned into, because the first few seasons, it was like a scrolling through, you'd see an image, more text, scrolling through with my narration over, right? And then it turned into, well, what if I kind of make that look a bit more cleaner? And then nowadays you guys get what I call slides, which is basically a imagery of just the text at the bottom and the imageries at the top here to kind of give you a visual representation of what the scene is like. And that's what I do now. I get a blank black frickin', look here, and then I put the text at the bottom, I put the imagery there, and I go, basically. And it's such a difficult show to do, y'all, because, with the images and the environment shots I like to use and the different things like that I like to come up with, it's difficult to... The worst thing about making a show like this, the most difficult thing, is making it look like all the images that I'm pulling here look like they're in the same scene, That's the tough part, because you got to make it feel like, you got to give people a tone, you know what I mean? And when I make the show, it's like, okay, if I see an image that looks like, okay, they're clearly not in the same type of setting as another image, then I don't use it. I like to go very, very particular with it and make you feel like you're in the scene, And I can't believe that you guys have actually gravitated towards that so much, to where there's thousands and thousands and thousands of y'all that have been watching the playlist for the franchise, and thousands of y'all that have been watching the show over time. It's absolutely insane, And I can't believe it, honestly. People that have tuned into it, whether you've seen a little bit of it, whether you've seen the whole thing, I know my loyalists have seen all of it, and that's insane that y'all have seen all of it as well. But truly, y'all, I could have never expected this show to be as successful as it is. Making it 5 years on a show that is made this way, that's not really a real TV show, you know what I mean? It's just me with my scripts, coming up with something, using some actor faces to kind of make it look like what it would look like, you know what I mean? And rolling with it there, But you guys just engage with it so much, and y'all love it so much that I've enhanced it, and I've continued it for 5 years, and I don't plan on stopping till this thing's done. This thing is getting finished up, and you guys will see the conclusion of it at some point. I can't say when it will finish, because there will be a time that World Gone Mad will finish. It's a sad thought, but don't worry. We're not even close to that yet, trust me. But yeah, no, it's crazy, y'all. It really, really is. But I love doing it. I really do. The support, the reactions, the reviews I've seen from y'all over the years have been absolutely insane. Some that still do it today, and they react to it as it comes out, and they review it as it comes out, and I'm like, man, like, honestly, like, that really, really warms my heart. As a kid that started drawing comic books, that didn't know where the hell this thing was going, you know what I mean? And the artwork looked like shit because I can't fucking draw to save my life, you know what I'm saying? So I can't believe it, y'all. Genuinely, you guys. It's one of my favorite things I've ever done on this channel is to be able to see out my show like this to you guys and entertain you guys and give you guys some interesting zombie media that I feel, in my opinion, that normal TV shows these days have not been able to do justice. Giving you a real survival story with character dynamics and zombies and gore and blood, no censorship, no crap like that, the way I want to tell it without a network telling me what to do. That is genuinely the biggest thing I love about making World Gone Mad, you know what I mean? And if it ever got too sensitive for this platform, then I would upload it to another platform. I got all the episodes just in case that ever had to happen. Because I will see this out in the way that I want to tell it, with no censorship, no, Hollywood telling you to do a message or, that type of garbage. None of that. I don't like to do any of it. I like to tell the story the way I want to tell it without anybody dictating the way we do it or any companies or anything like that. You know what I mean? And the fact that you guys support it in the way that you do, incredible, y'all. Genuinely, absolutely incredible. So I actually wanted to talk about something that I did make, though, for the anniversary. I made a modern version the other day of what the season 1 key art would look like if the show had the actors and the slides, because at the beginning of the show it didn't. It was just minor imagery, you know what I mean? But I did like a more modern look to what the season 1 artwork would look like. And you've got Lincoln here with his white shirt, classic, like the first episode. We have Sydney on the other side there with her gun, and we got Tom there as well, standing next to them as well. And it's all kind of what they would look like in the first season. And as you can tell, Lincoln looks a lot younger, right? In the first season, Lincoln looks a hell of a lot younger. Sydney looks pretty similar to nowadays. Same with Tom. They haven't changed too much over the seasons, but even they've evolved a lot in terms of like characters, though, over the beginning of the show. But that's the iconic trio of season 1 right there. May Lincoln rest in peace. So that was our first lead of the franchise. I've always told people Lincoln is the first lead of the show, not the lead of the whole thing. No. But that is where we've gone with it, and it's honestly been such an incredible journey. I've loved making it. There's some posters I made for it as well too, to kind of give y'all a representation. If I made the show today, basically, this is what the art would look like, because nowadays I use actor faces for the characters, to give y'all a representation of what they would look like and what they would be like, and different things like that. So that's kind of what I decided to do. And I've had people ask me too. They're like, Dan, would you ever do a modern version of the pilot? Like, re-narrate the pilot, make it with the new visuals that you do now, like the moving footage and the slides and stuff and the actors and everything. And I've thought about doing a modern version of the pilot. I have thought about doing that just as a for fun thing. It would basically be like a deluxe version of the pilot, like a modern version, I mean, that pilot has damn near 3,000 views. So, honestly, if y'all keep up the support with it, honestly, you're going to push me to do it, honestly. Like I said, the fact that my pilot even has that many people tuning into it is just insane. Like, you guys always tune into that episode. I look at it, and it's always going up. You guys are always checking out the show. And the views on the episodes are going up as it goes, like, steadily every day. You guys are checking this show out. You're giving it a chance, and that's what I absolutely appreciate from the bottom of my heart. Because, again, it's such a niche thing. Like, who does, a show with slides and like narration and stuff like that? That's usually something that most people wouldn't like. You know what I mean? And the fact that you guys support this and now have been in this for 5 seasons and you're invested in the characters, I've heard people cry for episodes before. I've seen people cry for some of my episodes before. And I'm like, what the hell is happening right now? Like, you guys genuinely are the greatest fans in the world. I've had people tell me that they've been crying so much that they've lost sleep over the show. And I'm like, what? Like, seriously, y'all, you'll never imagine the feeling that you bring to me when you support the show in the way that you do. It's absolutely insane. It's absolutely nuts. And that's why we've made it 5 seasons and 4 seasons of a spinoff series. We've made it 9 seasons of this franchise by this point. And I honestly am so happy and surprised, but I'm happy at the same time. And there's so much more, y'all. There's so much more coming up. There's so many more things I can't wait to show y'all from this franchise. It's honestly insane. There's so many things that are going to be coming up here. But, I wanted to take this video to genuinely say from the bottom of my heart, from a kid that wanted to make and draw his own series, and failed at it multiple times, was told no multiple times, to now get a bunch of you guys tuning into the show, reaching out, telling me your favorite characters, your favorite episodes, your favorite moments, telling me that you can't wait for the next episode. Genuinely, y'all, there's not a feeling like it. I couldn't. There's not a feeling like it. And on top of that, I always like to shout this guy out because he helps me do what I do, and he's an amazing co-writer to the show and the franchise as well, too. MegaMatt1254 is an incredible co-writer that I've hired over the last 2 years of this journey to just enhance what we've already made. And the guy has added so many great things over the last 2 years, so many great concepts. He's blown my mind a million times over with some of the stuff that you guys have seen, and a lot of things you haven't seen. And some of the stuff that you haven't seen, there are certain things that he has straight up come up to me and said, well, what if we do this? And I'm just like, where do you come up with this stuff? Yeah, we're doing that, you know? So, he's been incredible as well. And I definitely like to shout him out because without him, honestly, you know, I would still be doing my thing, but this guy just enhances what we've already been doing, you know what I mean? And he's added a hell of a lot to this franchise as well. Upcoming stuff in this 5th season especially that I'm just like, whoa. But yeah, which we're working on, you know what I mean? So, in terms of, you know, stuff for tonight, though, we have The Prey, Part 36, which will be coming out to y'all tonight as a celebration to the franchise. Wanted to definitely put out an episode for y'all, and this one actually felt very fitting, and you'll see why when you see the episode. It feels like a breaking point to the story. So, that is tonight's episode, The Prey, episode 36 of season 4 of The Prey. And that'll be that. So yeah, like I said, y'all, if you guys want me to make a modern version of the pilot with maybe updated visuals and stuff like that, I could do that at one point. I've been thinking about doing that. I was like, you know what, maybe I will do that. You know what I mean? But before we go, I do have a small thing to mention to y'all. I do have a tiny thing to mention. It's not the main show because we're still working on it, so it's not that. And obviously The Prey is tonight, so you're going to be able to watch that. But I did have a minor thing I wanted to let you guys know about. So, as you guys know, I work a lot on this franchise, and there's things that I like to make for y'all. I am pleased to announce that there is going to be, and we are currently developing, a second World Gone Mad movie. That's right. Now, the first one was obviously The Artist and the Con Man with Ragnar and Rob's story. That came out last year. I can say that over the course of a few months now, we have been secretly working on a brand new movie. And I will not go into anything else besides the fact that it's in early development right now. There has not been any filming for this or anything like that, so we haven't gone to that point yet. It's probably going to happen, though, soon, like very soon. There is a brand new World Gone Mad movie for y'all that's in the works, and this is a full feature film that we are making. And it will be focusing on a character that has been very beloved by you guys. You guys have had a very back and forth journey with this character, and this character is getting their own movie, and that's what I will say. I can't say much more than that, but there is a World Gone Mad movie on an existing character that is in development right now. Again, there's no filming that's gone down for this yet. We're in the early stages, but there is a full feature World Gone Mad movie that is being worked on. So I figured I would give y'all that for the anniversary. Know that The Artist and the Con Man is only one. There is another movie from this franchise that is being developed. Now, I don't know anything else aside from the development that we've done on this thing. I'm not going to tell you who's involved in this thing either. I'm not going to tell you anything. There is some people involved in this project, okay? So, yes, it's been a very big thing. There's been discussions about this thing. There's been a lot of different, things kind of going on. And I can confirm that it will focus on a character that you guys know. That's what I will say. It's a known character from the franchise. But there you go. There is a World Gone Mad movie that is being developed right now. I don't know what that means in terms of, like, when we'll put this thing out. I still got to film the thing. Filming a movie takes a long time, so it definitely wouldn't be this year, but it is something that I'm working on right now, and there is another movie in the works. The Artist and the Con Man is not the only movie of this franchise. That much I can say, so there you go. But happy anniversary to World Gone Mad. I look forward to putting this next movie out to y'all at some point in the future, whenever it's ready. And there is another movie coming. There is another one. Your guys' support for Artist and the Con Man made me realize that I think this other movie that I've been thinking of for a long time needs to happen. So that is what we're doing. And just wait till y'all see what this plot's about. I think y'all are going to be pretty excited about it. It's a plot that I've heard questions about for a long time. So that is what I can say. Happy anniversary. Happy 5 years. Enjoy The Prey tonight, everybody. And enjoy the franchise to come this year. Enjoy the rest of Season 5 later this year when we get that as well. Enjoy Lonely Roads as well. Brand new spinoff series coming out this year. And seriously, for everybody that gave my show a chance, you have no idea what that means to me. Thank you so much. Here's to another 5 years of World Gone Mad, because you're damn straight we're going to keep going. Thank you so much. If you're new to the channel and you enjoy videos like this, make sure to click subscribe button so you don't miss any of the videos. Make sure to follow me on Dan's Reviews Official on Instagram, guys. And of course, I'll see you guys really soon for more videos very soon. Enjoy the rest of the day, guys, and peace out.
Born in the dark alleys, city of concrete. Dan's reviews blowing up, never taste defeat. Walking Dead dissected every plot twist beat. World gone mad, TV junkies hit a treat. Typing up scripts, marathon through the night. His opinions hit harder than a straight fight scene. Every episode, brain sharper than a knife. He's the beacon of critique, shedding TV light.